So I'm beginning to wonder if they actually lied to us when we were kids about what was possible when you get to be an adult, being middle-aged, what you can achieve. Because I certainly feel that, you know, it was all rigged. So hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Chris. I'm in my early 40s, England based, and in East Anglia at that. And I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck. I've seen a lot of videos and content about life, about how things seem to be completely different now, and I agree with them. I do. When I think back to when I was a child and maybe in my teens, and I was thinking about what it's like to be an adult and certainly middle-aged, what did I see? What did I envision? What was I told? House, marriage, children, a great job, you know, worked very high up in your job, nice car. I've got kids. I'll tick that box. Was married, not anymore. That's a story for a different video. I don't own my own house. I rent, which I hate. I hate the fact that at my age still, I am still renting. I always envisioned being able to get a mortgage and get houses. No chance. No chance. Not in this country anyway. I'm a vocational trainer by trade. So essentially I'm teaching adults, which is good. I love my job, but I'm as high up in it as I want to go, because once you start going up that corporate ladder, it's not me, I'll be honest. So maybe in that respect I'm stunting my own growth, but it is what it is. Certainly don't have a car. Well, I have a car. It's old. It does the job. Okay, fair enough. It's not nice by any stretch of the imagination. I'm living somewhere I don't particularly want to live as well. And I just feel like I'm stuck. And I'm noticing that there's more and more videos like this that are popping up where people in their 40s and their 30s, to be fair, are saying, I don't really know where I'm going. I feel like I'm floating. And I would agree with them 100%. The notion that we used to have of, you know, you work hard, you work your way up, you reap the benefits, this country will protect you. It's a lie. If it was, I mean, I think it was true. Not anymore. I mean, take my situation, for example, right? I went to university, okay? That is what they told everyone to do. And if you didn't go to university, they well, they kind of looked at you like you'd grown an extra head. And so I went to university, hated it, by the way, hated it. Still did it, but hated it. And what I wanted to do was, because the problem I also had was I didn't know what I wanted to do as a job when I was growing up. And I didn't for the longest of time. I didn't. So where you're picking what university course to do, what degree to do, I just picked one, and it wasn't particularly good, but at least I thought to myself, well, that will show prospective employers that I'm of a level, because that's what they used to tell you. You know, no one's going to employ you unless you have a degree or a good qualification. No one will employ you. I mean, what a riz that's turned out to be. Absolutely. I mean, all those poor sods that are going through trying to do degrees now, I would just say to each and every one, don't bother. Unless you want to be a particular job that requires it, don't bother. But that, I digress. So I got my degree, and I have worked consistently since then in different jobs, trying to find what it is that I want to do. And I did find an industry that I particularly liked. It was actually the funeral industry. And this is where most people then go, oh God, no. But it suited me. It was brilliant and absolutely fantastic. A very not many jobs are rewarding, but that was. But through politics within the company and such, I wasn't with that company anymore after serving for 9 years. I wasn't in the bloody forces. For being employed for 9 years. Politics sort of took its toll. Something that, in all honesty, would be newsworthy of what it was I was fighting against. And invariably I became a trainer for people in it. Home-based, do most of the stuff over Zoom and Teams and all that. But that is as far as I've got. I've got my 2 children. I was married. That ended bitterly. No end amounts of problems with children, alienation and all that. And there's plenty of you fathers out there, and mothers I suppose, who've gone through that before, and you know what that's like. But I feel stuck. And I had a time not that long ago where I really started to freak out about it, because I was thinking, well, I'm always aiming towards something, and I usually then start to get it. But then I've reached the point now, well, what else am I aiming for? Because it's all right to aim for something if you feel that that's achievable. And a lot of the stuff that I'm now thinking, which was originally once achievable, is not anymore. Owning a house. The deposit that you need to put down on a house, which, by the way, house prices going up all the time. So the deposit as a result is usually a percentage of said house. You're looking at 20 grand minimum. And in all fairness, that's probably me with out-of-date figures. We're probably now hitting 30,000, 40,000. I'm never going to get that money. When am I ever going to get a lump sum like that? And then there'll be people who'll be saying, you know, yeah, but think of the benefits. If anything goes wrong, then they have to fix it. It's not you. And yeah, I know, fair enough. But is the dream to grow up and live in a house that you can never call your own? It's always somebody else's. If for whatever reason, at the drop of a hat, they decide, nah, I don't want to have this house anymore and go sell it, you're on your arse. And that's always something in the back of your head as well. I mean, there's always going to be problems. Even if you do own a house, there's always going to be problems. But at least you own it. Granted, you're paying mortgage, so technically the bank owns it. But you know what I mean. I mean, once you've paid it off, you own it. It is yours. And we're just essentially paying. I live with a partner as well, and we just pay money to just throw away. And speaking of money, I mean, I have no savings, nothing. I have nothing which, should something happen, I then have money put aside to help with that. I have nothing. I'm much like a lot of people who live month by month, because the bills still keep coming out. Everything goes up in price. I mean, it's getting stupid now. I mean, because of everything that's going on in Iran, fuel prices have gone up stupidly. I mean, Christ, I've just had to put £10 in some of fuel in, because that's pretty much all I could afford, and it barely registered on the bloody fuel gauge. And it's just like, do you know what? It almost feels like everything is conspired to just make life as difficult as possible. And I'm sick of it. I am so sick of it. Just to be able to flourish, to be able to feel comfortable like that. And I never feel it. My other half, she works really hard. I mean, she makes more than I do. And we still struggle. There are still times in the year where it's like, I don't really know what we're going to do. Price of food is ridiculous. What else is ridiculous? Well, the cost of anything. I mean, unless you want to do something that's free, then you know you're going to pay an arm and a leg for it. I mean, you can't even really go to the cinema anymore unless you know you want to pay X amount of money. And then unless you want to pay a ridiculous amount of more money, you're just going to bring food and drink with you, which kind of, well, that's exciting, isn't it? But it's this lack of of identity and future, which I'm really struggling with. I really find it difficult to know what I am supposed to be at this age. I was supposed to feel sort of complete, at least somewhat complete at this age, and I don't. I really don't. I feel like I'm kind of in limbo. Like I realise I'm not in my 20s anymore. I mean, fucking hell, I'm too old, too fat, too knackered, basically, to be any kind of influencer in anything, or to start with technology or anything like that. I mean, I think I'm past that point now, to be honest with you. But yet I'm not this kind of idea of what we were all sold of what you should be at by the time you reach middle age. You know, you should be settled, you should be, you know, everything should be concrete, you should be sort of reaping the benefits of what you did when you was in your 20s and 30s. And I'm like, I see fuck all. And I know there'll always be the brigade that say, well, you know, you could have it worse. Yeah, I know I could have it worse, but that excuse for everything is fine, but you could literally say that to everyone. You could have it worse, until you find the most unluckiest, poorest, tortured person in the world, who eventually you would be able to say, yeah, you are actually able to feel that your life is shit. I mean, it doesn't work that way. Everyone's problems are their own problems, and I feel sorry for guys and girls who are doing what they were supposed to be doing, what they were told they were supposed to be doing, and yet it's almost like it's like walking and not going anywhere. It's like you're walking, you keep doing, you even try running, you know, but you still look around and you're not moving. That's how it feels. It's how it feels. So I can just see a robin over there. That's actually quite a nice thing. There's a bit of a superstition about robins, isn't there? Like they're supposed to be the soul of somebody that you know. Well, somebody's obviously come here and seen me whilst I was talking to you guys. But you know what I mean? I would understand the hard work that goes into everything if you could then see you reap what you sow. You know, you see the results afterwards, and I don't see it. I really don't see it. We work fucking hard, really hard, and a lot of hours, and for what? And I mean, I can, and I'm sure I probably will at some point, go into a lot more detail about politics, the state of the country. I mean, this country seems very much against anyone who wants to get on with their life and do well. So they'll put anything in place to stop you from doing that, and that's nothing new. Everyone knows that in this country. Even you Americans are fully aware of what it's like in the UK at the moment. It's, yeah, you know, just be appreciative of what you got. That's all I'll say. But I like having a path, like a direction that I want to go to and work towards. But there's nothing. I mean, people will say, "Well, try a different job and all that." What am I going to start doing now in my early 40s? I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not even 30. So 30, I can understand trying something new. But I'm in my early 40s now. What am I now going to start off doing? And whatever I start off doing, I'm going to be starting at the bottom. And can I afford that? No. It's a joke, really. And to add on top of that, in the last year and a half, because I had been suffering with my health for a little while in terms of pain, I was diagnosed with something called psoriatic arthritis. So it's a type of arthritis caused by psoriasis. And so a lot of my days is pain management. So add on top of that the fact that, you know, I'm limited then as the sort of things that I can do because of pain. And for anybody who suffers any kind of illness that results in, you know, chronic pain, it's tiring, it's exhausting, you get cranky because constantly being in pain wears on you. It does me, that's for sure. I get pissed off with it. And so you kind of almost feel like, okay, well, is this it then? Is this the end of everything? And I'm hoping, and I'm going to be doing these videos, and I've started this channel, and I'm hoping that maybe you guys can resonate with the things that I'm talking about, find a reflection of yourselves in what I say, and being able to go, actually, yeah, I feel like that as well. Because I think maybe, you know, just speaking to each other and hearing it from others, because it does feel very lonely. It feels like you're isolated, like you are the only one that is going through this. Because I'll be honest, where I live, well, the town that I live in, not necessarily the road I live on, but the town that I live in is reasonably affluent. We're certainly not, but there's a lot of people here who are affluent, and they're either like my age or older, and they're driving around in the Land Rovers and their Teslas and this, that, and the other. And you know, I'm long in the tooth to know that a lot of these cars are going to be on some kind of finance or whatever. So I know it's not all you know, the roads are paved in honey and all that. I know that. I know. I understand that. I know not everyone's cash rich. But they're certainly in a lot better position than what I am, and they seem more settled, and they've got their house, and they've got their amenities and everything. And here I am just feeling like almost like a growth on life, you know, like I'm here. I don't really know why I'm here, but I'm piggybacking on everything else, and it's horrible. It's horrible. Because what you then do is you end up feeling like a failure. You feel like you failed in life. Where did it go wrong? I tried to think back about what it was that I did wrong, and I'm like, well, I worked hard, you know. I've worked hard all my life, and you know, marriages fail. I mean, I understand that. I can't really complain about that too much. It wasn't meant to be. But I would have liked to have been settled. I mean, I am with my current partner, but I would have liked to have been long time settled and with kids, and I'm in my early 40s, and I'm divorced, and every other weekend I have my children because that's what I'm allowed. Until they get to an age where they're old enough and they can do whatever they want. But until then, they're young. They're very young, so they're not anywhere near that age yet. So I'm kind of in limbo, like I said, and it's just, I've just had enough. And it's mad that I'm making this video because on today, because this is one of the very few days we've had, probably for months and months and months and months, where it's actually blue skies and sunny. So I do feel if it had been chucking it down with rain everywhere, this probably would have been more fitting. But everywhere seems really bright and lively at the minute, and I can see lots of like nature coming out. So, and that's the sort of thing I do like. I like going for walks, and as best as I can, depending on pain. But I don't want to end up 60 thinking about how the hell am I going to survive retire. Am I even going to retire? I mean, by the time it comes to retirement age, when I get there, whatever the hell that might be, by the time I get there, like 90, am I even going to be able to afford it? Probably not. Am I going to be able to afford to be retired? Or am I just going to have to work until I die? And it is as simple as that. Could I work until I die? That's the next question. Especially with health and everything. I mean, that's a frightening thought all in itself, because the whole idea is that, you know, you're working throughout your life to be able to live comfortably, to then retire and do things. And I'm just like, I'm just going to be this elderly person wondering if I, like a lot of elderly people are at the minute, wondering if I can turn the heating on or not. Am I able to afford it? And then I'm thinking, well, each day I'm getting a little bit nearer to that stage of my life, and what's I don't know, man. I just wish there was something to reassure me that actually, do you know what? This is normal. What you're working towards is fine. What is it I'm working towards? Because at least if I knew, then it'd be like, okay, well, fair enough. At least I'm working towards something. But at the moment, I'm just floating. I'm just bobbing along each day, doing the same thing, worrying each week whether I got enough money. And it's not like we splash out on anything. That's the thing. I would understand if we lived like a high maintenance life and therefore there was a reason for us not having money. But it's literally just living. Living seems to be what causes us to have no money. Just existing. The fact that we eat, we drink, we live within a house, we use electricity, we use gas, we use water. Basics, nothing. I mean, if we were buying extravagant things, then I would understand. But you're not. And then you're just thinking, well, I'm working fucking hard. We're both working fucking hard just to exist. And I'm tired of just existing. And I want to be able to be comfortable, to feel like I've achieved something. And I don't get it. Do you guys have this as well? Is this something that you all deal with? I mean, I don't know. I mean, some people seem to be lucky. Some people fall into money. I mean, it seems to be more and more times that when people are younger and they own a house, it's because someone died. Not that I'm wanting everyone to die, but you know, you sort of dig a bit deeper and then it turns out, oh, actually they had a relative who died, so they sold the house and then they got money. So that's how they got a deposit. And it's like, wow, is that the only way people can afford houses now, is relying on the death of a loved one? I mean, what's going on? What is going on with this fucking country? I mean, there's too many of us for a start in this country. I mean, way too many people. But there's nothing to work towards in this country. And if you do want to work, you're hammered for it anyways. You're probably better off. The problem is that we are very much a welfare nation. You're almost rewarded for not wanting to work, to go onto welfare. And I come from a very much a working family. If you're not in some kind of education, you work. Okay, that is what I've always done. You don't sit around on the dole. You don't claim benefits. You work. And we live next door to a family who claim benefits. Nicer car than what I've got. However many takeaways a week, they're not cheap. I mean, the cost of everything goes up. And I'm wondering if I can go get some milk. You know, have I got enough money in my account to get milk? And I just think this is we've turned into almost Stranger Things, the upside down. You know, it's roles reversed here. And I'm sick of it. I want to be able to just be okay, instead of just feeling like anytime I work or aim towards something, I've got everything saying to me, no, you can't. Stop thinking that you can. I wasn't supposed to be like this at this age. I was supposed to be in a more secure position. What has happened? What is it? Why are so many of us in this position? Just pissed off because you spend your life dreaming and working towards something and you don't get it. You don't get it at all. and you see why. I mean, there's always, oh, Christ's sake, I don't want to go down this road too much, but you can see why people unalive themselves. So because it's just like, what is the point? I've been down that road before. I've had severe depression before. I've come very close at times. I'm certainly not in that mindset anymore, and thankfully, because I know I've got my girls, I've got everything to live for in that respect. But I can see why people go, do you know what is the point of me even doing any of this? What am I getting from it? Except same every day, you do the same job, you just pay the same bills, oh, that gone up now, oh, okay. Council tax, that went up, what's that, what are we paying extra for? Don't know really, just felt like it. All right then, okay. Rent's gone up, oh, okay, why is that? Are we getting more services for it? No, just it's gone up. All right, okay. Oh, the food's gone up, why is that? Well, you know, it's harder to get these things from 4,000 miles away. Oh, yeah, but could we grow it here? Well, we could do, but, you know, we'd rather get it in because it's a little bit cheaper. Right, well, it's not cheaper then, is it? It's just sick. It's so back to front. I'm sick of it. I really am. Something has gone massively wrong somewhere, and we all have our own element of blame to it. I'm sure there's lots of things I could have done, maybe that I should have been doing, but it does feel a little bit like things have gone against us so badly. I seem to be slipping. Here we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm on the dashboard. Something's been going against us so badly, and I almost feels on purpose, not to sound conspiratorial. There we go. But it's a shame. I'm ready. Listen, I know that this has probably gone on a fair bit. Listen, I'd appreciate if you liked it. I'm going to do more videos like this, so please do subscribe. And leave me your comments. I mean, what I'm wanting to do is I want to use these videos to reach out to people who feel like they're in the same position, because I know I do. I really know I do. And I'm sick of it, and I just want to I want to sort of gauge the mood of the country, of the Western world, really, or anybody, because something ain't right, and I'm just sick of being stuck. But God bless you anyway, and I will see you again soon. Make sure you comment, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care.